accident over on the back straightaway. And if you go back to Daytona, it was his teammate Ryan Reed who hit just about everything in that race, and eventually he was able to get the checkered flag. So right now it's the Nascar Xfinity Series. We're getting the series on track. Martin Waugh is up there. Names we don't normally hear.
Oh, we record a whole time. Wow.
We crank it up on Fox.
Perfect boy. Zoom out a little bit. On for us. I know you can do it, buddy.
Business is picking up as we begin stage 2. They're getting after it on this restart.
Morgan Shepherd down on the apron there with some issues with his 89 car.
I think one of the things that makes it up is you saw a lot of those cars that you mentioned before the restart there had stayed out. You had a lot of cars that were really fast in the back that had just pitted, and everybody was kind of meeting in the middle as to who was going to the front and who was going to the back. And it got dicey there.
You know, you talked about the middle, and in the middle is Martin Waugh from Canada. He's running up in a lead pack. This is an opportunity for guys who barely get to see near the front, get up there, and they love taking advantage of it.
Joey Logano made a pit stop under that last caution. Restarted outside the top 15. He has worked his way up to second. And watch the 16 of Ryan Reed here on the restart. As soon as we cross the start-finish line, he goes to the outside, and he was on a move.
Yeah, he's got a great pusher in Justin Allgaier. Those two are going to work together, and watch the momentum they have. They're able to squeeze inside of Ross Chastain, who was trying to block them, and it's not over yet. Look at this run.
We were talking, the guy behind him was following.
Involved in that accident earlier today, could not meet minimum speed. He is done for the afternoon. Joey Logano outside, little push from Brendan Gaughan. Down on the inside, black, yellow, number 3. That is Ty Dillon for Richard Childress Racing.
And I'll tell you what's really making me nervous about watching all this is all the lane changing.
Yes.
You know, I see Logano at the front changing lanes. I see guys in the middle and the back of the pack going from high to low. And that's what gets us in trouble when we have these accidents in the middle of straightaway. Because here, as you go further down the straightaway, once you get to about halfway and 3/4, all of that momentum starts to build up and all the pack starts to come back together right before you get to the corner. And a lot of times that's where we see a lot of our wrecks.
Well, also, think about the yellow car in the middle of the 90 of Waugh that we talked about. He doesn't have the speed in the 90 car that some of our leaders do. He qualified well back in the field. He's used strategy and draft to stay up front. But as he falls off the cars that he's trailing, the others are catching him more aggressively, wanting to give him that bump, that draft to get toward the front. Waugh's in a tough spot, I think.
But I tell you what, that's what's great about Talladega is you can position a slower car in the middle of that pack and be competitive. And that's why when they fire him up here, everybody's got a shot to win.
Waugh's like, Michael, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm behind Justin Allgaier and ahead of Daisy Kane. I'm exactly where I want to be. But you can see he just doesn't have the speed to pull up on the back bumper of the car ahead of him.
To his outside, the 42 of Tyler Reddick, and who's at the tail end there of that pack that's got a problem. At the 24 Scott Lagasse, yeah, he was caught up in that accident. Looks like they taped up the car, but perhaps some of the tape, the bare bond pulling away, and that left rear fender about to come apart.
And that car, that tells you all you need to know about the draft right there. Look how damaged that machine is, but he's right in the lead pack.
Come on.
There's Eric Almirola, restarted 21st. After winning the opening stage, coming to pit road for 4 tires, he said, I'll be back to the front. I've got a fast race car, and here he is, top 5.
Yeah, he really had a lot of confidence that he was going to drive right back up there. I think that tells you, like you said, Adam, how confident he is in that race car to be able to maneuver it, position it in traffic, and right now he's worked his way right back to the front.
Third in line, bottom lane, the 5 of Michael and Nat. 3 consecutive top 10 finishes for him. Make it 2 consecutive top 10 finishes. Looking for his 3rd and doing a nice job this afternoon. Led at the beginning of stage 2. First time he's ever led here. First time he's led in 2017.
A lot of lane changes, a lot of, I like the
Yeah, change the
word that,
sentence.
Almirola used to describe all the
The
energy,
sentence
how you can
how long
surge ahead,
before more.
especially on the straightaways. That's why the racing has been so intense, and we've seen so many lead changes today.
See, Logano pushed out front. And one of those helping him since we went back under the green flag, the 7 of Justin Allgaier.
You know, Allgaier's been very aggressive in pushing a 22. That, to me, scares me a little bit. When you're offset to the left side of the rear bumper of the car in front of you, that's when the further left you go, the higher risk it is. And he was definitely pushing him, and you could see the back of the 22 dancing around.
And that 22 car, Joey said, it takes pushes well. And he almost got turned around, so that tells you what an aggressive push Allgaier put on him.
And it seems to me like these cars, since they have taken the downforce off, they're harder to push. But I don't think that you can see the crown that these cars have in the back bumper. That back bumper on TV looks very straight, but you can see right there.
Yeah, it doesn't not.
There's a little bit of a crown to it.
And how
It's
is
really
part
hard
of
to
it?
push if you get off center.
I believe only 10 laps to go in stage 2. Let's hear from William Byron out of the race, Jamie.
Yes, he's officially finished. Now you guys
Pro is when it comes to Talladega. He's flexing his muscles right now. He's led 9 laps so far.
Nice.
He's in front with 9 to go.
Hello, welcome. So Chevy is the
Only 6 laps to go
Oh.
in our second stage here at Talladega for the Nascar Xfinity Series. Joey Logano out front using that bottom lane for now.
What?
He has been looking in the rear view mirror a lot. Defensive driving, a clinic being put on out front by the 22.
Look at those eyeballs. You talking about intense and focused. Cole Custer right in this lead pack, currently running in the 6th position. He's pretty safe right now, Kevin. He can just protect that yellow line. Doesn't really have to worry a whole lot with what's going on in the mirror. You can see him checking it out there. But if you're Joey Logano, that's all you're looking at is out that mirror.
See, Ryan Reed went to the high side. Ty Dillon went with him. He crossed over, and here he is inside of the 3. That's for 2nd.
Sorry.
And there is just so much going on in the cars. I know on TV it looks like they're, riding around in a pack, but this is so difficult to do well. It's difficult to do when you don't do it so well.
Yeah, the part of
Just
it.
the fact that you're looking in your mirror, you're looking out the back of the car, you're looking out the side of the car, you see him going back and forth on the side of the straightaway, you're bump drafting, and you see those cars surge ahead. So there is just so much to look at and do super speedway racing, but you spend a lot of your time looking backwards.
Now, there's not really time there for a spotter to say clear, right, Kevin? Reed just saw that gap and went for it.
Yeah, and as the race goes, you
That's
just
what I
get a
did
better
too.
feel for where your mirrors are, what's
Rewind.
going on, and how much room that you have, and you become comfortable enough usually by the end of the race, or even before halfway, I guess you could say in Ryan Reed's case, that you can pull down there and do what you need to do. So it's usually a split decision, and that one was tight.
It's close.
4 laps to go here in our second stage, and Michael, I start thinking about the series regulars that are up there and those playoff points that can be on the line. One here
Oh,
for whoever
Logano.
If it's a series regular, Allgaier is in the hunt. You got Ryan Reed there, Michael Annette, and Allgaier making a push in that outside lane. The yellow 7 trying to get the lead from Logano.
And what happens here is as these guys get more aggressive, those blocks that Logano has been making in those lanes, the pace of those lanes is changing now because they're getting tighter and more aggressive and they're pushing each other forward faster, so it's harder.
So here, we've always had fast race cars, but I always get caught up in the big ones. So today, it's going to be about getting to the end. I'm going to be aggressive and try to work my way to the front, but once I get to the front, I'm just going to focus on protecting the...
Well, the good news right behind him is his teammate, Casey Kane, who doesn't really care about stage points. He wants to see his team succeed, and he wants to see his championship. So most likely, he's going to do everything he can to push him towards this stage win.
That's the best thing that Justin Allgaier's ever seen in his rearview mirror at this point in the race. I got an ally, I got a teammate, someone that's going to help me hold these boys off. He'll help him now. But
Where's he to push?
Final stage, totally different ball game when the black and white checkered flag is in the air.
There's not enough help.
And that period just got...
Ford, come down, come down, come down.
1 lap to go. Stage 2. There goes Ryan Reed.
Ford is not. Oh my God.
Oh! Chris Cochran, Cole Custer.
Where's that? Please don't. Praise Jesus.
4th caution of the day. And it comes out as we cross the start-finish line with 1 lap to go in stage number 2, and it's been his story all year. Cole Custer, wrong place, wrong time, damage, and likely done.
Done. Well, I think Allgaier won that one.
Reed was able to drive away with a lot of damage on his 16 car.
Allgaier won the stages.
Blake Cook issues.
Yeah.
Get it back here. We can get it going if you get it back here by looking at the TV.
Brendan gone.
He was a part of the initial crash.
He was going for 4th. There you see Scott Lagasse, heavy damage. Gone, who has only 1 top 10 this season. And came at Daytona when he was 5th. There's Chris Cochran. Window net is down. For him in the 25, making his 3rd start of the year.